right, kind of got a hypothetical video real quick. Appreciate everybody for checking on Mercy Sports Talk. We in the building. Y'all know what it is. Most active channel in the D. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, man. Appreciate the love and support, man. And just keep sharing the videos, man. That's the best donation you can make to your boy. And talk about, should the Pistons be interested in Kyle Lowery? And I'll trade anything for Pascal Siakam. Let me just let that be known real quick. But Kyle Lowery is somehow in demand. Let me tell you why Kyle Lowery is in demand and why Pascal Siakam could be in demand as well, too, is because if the Raptors don't win this series or they go out like some busters, like they going out not and Kawhi keep lifting the load, you know, Kawhi leaving and then the GM is trying to leave and go to Washington, I heard, and then the guy from Denver, I don't know. I can't pronounce the GM from Toronto name right now. It's like Algeria or something like that. But the guy from the Nuggets was interviewing for the Wizards job. He has a connection. That's his hometown. He turned it down. So that can really happen where if the Raptors, you know, Kawhi leave, it's going to fall apart and it's going to be a fire sale in the North, in the 6th. So, you know, Kyle Lowry will be available. You know what I'm saying? I think it's an upgrade for Reggie Jackson. Obviously, Kyle Lowry's been amazing in the regular season for the most part and terrible in the postseason. But the thing about it is he got 2 more years on his contract, I think, left. I think it's 2 more years or it's 1 more year at $33 million a clip. But that'll be $33 million coming off your books. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So with Mike Conley Jr., obviously he's a by far better player, proven to be a better playoff performer. That's common sense, right? Just looking at when they had the grindhouse with Zach Randolph and them boys. But Kyle Lowry, you know, Conley he got like 2 or 3 more years on his deal, and I think it goes like $35 million. Yeah, Lowry is a free agent after next season. So he's due $33 million next season, then he can walk. So that's an expiring contract you get right there at the next season. So if you got any people that you don't want or some contracts you want to dump on Toronto and they willing to take them, they got the space to do it. And they're gonna start from the ground on up. You know? They're gonna start from the ground on up. So that's $33 million. If you can sling Reggie over there for 19 and then, you know, possibly do some other things. I know the Pistons were interested in Marc Gasol. I think his contract may be expiring as well, too. Obviously, the way he's performing, I don't think they expected him to come here and be a super Marc Gasol when the Memphis turned down Andre Drummond for him, for what I heard. But I think he got expiring contract. No, he got like a couple more. No, yeah, he got expiring contract next year, too. So he owed $25 million. So if the Pistons really wanted to rebuild, they could dump some shit on Toronto. They really could. They could dump some shit on Toronto and be cap friendly. But that's the thing about Kyle Lowry. If they trying to start over, Toronto is the perfect team to try to get that type of contract from. And they come off the books after next season, both Lowry and Gasol. But the thing about Kyle Lowry is he gonna provide shooting in the regular season. He gonna provide a facilitator. He don't have the size. He not gonna fucking defend. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? He too small. He can back him up. But he gonna give the Pistons much needed shooting, in my opinion, man. And then again, if it don't work out, guess what? You can move him at the trade deadline because you got a $33 million cap exception. You know what I'm saying? That's $33 million you can trade and do anything with. See, a lot of people look at the names and they look at, we need to try to win a championship. Now, look here, man. The Pistons not close. But if you're gonna take an experiment with somebody like fucking Kyle Lowry or somebody like that, guess what? You take that experiment when they got 1 year left on their contract. And guess what? You're not tied into that contract. So, you know, I'm all for it if they want to give Kyle Lowry a try because that money come off the books next season and he provides shooting. They need shooting. And you might be able to pluck a Danny Green. He provides shooting. Or Norman Powell. That's another sneaky one. He provides scoring. OG Abawi, good stretch 3-and-D guy. Dwayne Casey knew him well. All of them well. He provides a 3-and-D guy. You know, it's some dudes over at the Toronto blow it up. The Pistons should be like trying to throw themselves and their players over there. But Pascal Siakam, I know he has some turbulence in the playoffs, but he's young. And I like him. I trade Blake Griffin, Andre. I would trade anybody, any draft pick for Pascal Siakam because you know what? I'm not saying that he a person that you build your team around, but you know what? He going to be a good second star on a good team. He only 25 years old. 6'9", young, pretty durable, good defender, and he improving, bro. He's improving. I would take him over Blake Griffin in the next couple of years. Of course, people say, well, Blake Griffin going to have the better numbers. But this kid is durable. He long. He defend. He can handle the rock. He can shoot the rock. And he just going to get better. That's the guy. I would take Kyle Lowry, Gasol, and fucking Siakam in the hot minutes. I give a Blake, Drummond, Reggie, how many draft picks they want. Not too many. I ain't going 3-4 years. Maybe this year, next year. But I get that shit up, man. I would try to, and I would remember Gasol and Lowry contract, it fucking expired real soon. And this dude got 2 more years on this contract, and Pascal Siakam at a combined almost $6 million for the next 2 years. So average about $3 million. So you got him for a little bit of nothing. And then you can max him out if you want to, or give him a huge contract. But that's the rebuilding thing the Pistons need to do. They need, if the Raptors fall apart, I'm the first fucking person calling over Toronto if I'm Detroit. I'm the first people calling over there. I'll take Lowry contract. I'll take Gasol expiring contract. And I'll give you whatever you want to have for fucking Pascal Siakam. You know what I'm saying? You put Siakam out there and you can put some weight on Thon Maker's skinny ass. And you can get you a Danny Green in the deal. You don't really got to get Gasol. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if they just want to get rid of him and try to build with Blake and Drummond, I'll get them motherfuckers up in a heartbeat. Siakam going to be a star in this league, man. And he durable, he younger, he can defend, and we'll just figure it out on the fly. Because if you get all of them, Gasol, Lowry, and Pascal Siakam, it's going to take a lot to get him. That's probably a pipe dream. But if you able to get all of them or get some of them, man, the Pistons have a ton of cap space going into next summer. And really, Ed Stefanowski can do what he want to do. If you just get Gasol and you get Kyle Lowry, you'll be able to do what you want to do. But that's all contingent if Kawhi leave. If Kawhi leave, man, you better go get it in. You better go pick off that cherry tree, because it's a lot of good contracts over there going into next season. And then it ain't like you giving up too. Lowry and Gasol. You can make a run with Lowry, Gasol, and then let's say you don't want Pascal Siakam or you want to keep Blake Griffin at least. You know what I'm saying? And you got Blake Griffin, you got Gasol, you got Kyle Lowry, you can swing a Danny Green and whatever else you can do over there. Shit, fuck it. I think that's a straight team where you rebuilding, but you really ain't giving up. Because next year you have a clear cap room, but you still in contention. You still got guys like Gasol playing for a contract. You got guys like Kyle Lowry playing for another contract. You got Blake Griffin that's gonna be healthy. I would do that in a heartbeat. But first of all, I'll give whatever for Pascal Siakam. Whatever they wanted, I'll give it to him. Blake, Drummond, they wanted Dwayne Casey first kid. They wanted his wife. They wanted Tom Gore's left arm. I'm giving up whatever for Pascal Siakam, bro. And then that's just my opinion. People might not like it, but I see the potential in him. He cheap right now. And right after next season, I'm maxing him out. If he build on what he did this season, next season, a lot of teams will go after Pascal Siakam. You know what I'm saying? A ton of teams will go after Pascal Siakam this summer if Kawhi Leonard leave. Pascal Siakam is going to be in demand. Cheap contract, Kawhi gone, Toronto trying to rebuild with assets. Shit, if I'm motherfucking New Orleans, I'm looking at that. If I'm Sacramento with all that young talent, I'm looking at Siakam. If I'm the Knicks, I'm looking at Siakam. If I can't get Anthony Davis, I'm looking at Siakam. But hey, it is what it is, man. Let me know what you guys think. But the whole Kyle Lowry thing ain't contingent before motherfuckers cry in the comments. It ain't like, he's a super duper upgrade from Reggie, which he is. But it's basically he's gonna have an expiring contract next season where you get $33 million in cap room. With Marc Gasol, you get $25 million. That's $50 million in cap you're gonna freed up to rebuild your team. Because I really don't believe y'all really think that Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, even if they bring in Mike Conley, is going to win a fucking championship. Not in the East, but hey, it is what it is, man. Motor City Sports Talk, we in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or a video request. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time we grinding, man. And let me know what y'all guys think about Lowry or Siakam or Gasol, Danny Green, or trying to make that swap with Toronto. We gone.